All right, who's ready to do this? You ready to do this? Let's hurry up and do this. I got some turkey that's gonna be fed to me in a minute. Actually, I've been cooking all day. I'm kind of lonely. Did I admit that? No, I'm not lonely. Me and the turkey been hanging out. I got like 5 people here, and I swear like 2 more are gonna be on their way. I got like 10 maybes, 2 possiblies, and so we'll see what happens.
People take ketamine and they all have the same vision.
When they do this drug, they all get the same idea, which is that the machines are coming together, they're evolving to eventually take over, and that we are hanging ourselves with the rope we're currently building by building this.
It's a little weird that different people from different places, different countries, different life experiences would take a drug and have the same kind of vision.
Totally.
That can't be organic.
And the fact that people are taking these drugs and they're very powerful and they work in tech and they are getting the same ideas, the same fears. They think that in some cases they're talking to the same entities.
Like ancient sacred art has the same images.
Right.
Created on different continents at different periods. They couldn't have had contact with each other, so why are they drawing the same Birdman or the same purse? Because they're seeing the same visions, which suggests that those visions are real.
I think he might have been referencing DMT because at the hospital, of course, this was given to me while I was having surgery. Um, I took some ketamine, and don't get me wrong, I was having a great time, but it was not. I didn't go see anything. It was really weird. The entire world exploded, and then I had to concentrate very, very hard. And fractal by fractal, little triangle by triangle, I rebuilt, restacked everything, and then made it come back to life. And I was only able to do it like Dr. Manhattan. Like I had to focus on something I cared about, and then rebuilt and restarted that person and then the entire world behind it. It was weird. It was the most fantastically weird thing. Well, not the most. I've seen some weird stuff, but it was an interesting story. I'll say that. I'll say that.
O que você vai ver a seguir é como que eles removiam as tatuagens nos anos 60 e 70. Primeiro ele vem com bisturi, faz um corte ao redor da tatuagem e depois vem com uma espécie de ralador, como se fosse uma batata, vem arrancando aí a casquinha da primeira parte da pele, a primeira camada. E como vocês podem ver, ainda fica um pouquinho de tinta na pele, que a tatuagem fica na primeira e na segunda camada. Então ele vem arrancando de novo aí mais um pouquinho da pele. E eu fico pensando como deve ter sido fazer uma tatuagem nessa época e não ter curtido. Ainda bem que hoje tem profissionais da cobertura como eu.
I have got so many questions behind that. By the way, I had to change the hat because I was illuminating. It looked like I had a halo coming off my head, and believe me, I'm no saint or an angel. Anyway, Nephilim, maybe though. Half demigod? What can I claim? It's online, so if I say it, you gotta believe me. I'm like, not quite. No, I'm not gonna say that. Half angel. Girls, I know you love me now. Yeah, who wants me? Guys, sorry. But you can love me from afar and send me money. I don't mind. Yeah, I'll love you back from afar if you send me money. I'm a whore. Never mind. I'm a whore of Babylon. I'm all bad. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, that was nasty. And wouldn't it just heal and come back? None of that seemed right. It just does your hair grow after that too? I have so many questions.
Shit's getting weird. Part Infinite. I would like to make a formal apology to Shredder. Shredder, I'm sorry. I heard some news today that has shooken my world. Apparently, this guy made a video online talking about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and how they were reptilians underground eating pizza. And the pizza part is significant because the code word for pizza is pedophiles. So the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were actually pedophiles eating pizza underground because they were reptilians. And Shredder was trying to take them down. And the reason Shredder could never take them down is because the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles had this heifer, the mainstream media, on their side to control the narrative and push the propaganda. Shredder, we're sorry, buddy. Now don't get me wrong, he was moving a little wild. But maybe you were trying to protect us. Maybe you were the good guy.
I can make this super quick and easy for everyone. We live in the devil's playground. God has a leash on him. And that's the only reason why you're not just gobbled up the second you come down here. And everything is inverted, and all your stuff you see on TV and movies, it's all lies and messed up and done to you in ways that, especially the targeting the kids and things, allegedly, it's supposed to be this, but it's actually that. If you look back on anything from your childhood, you're like, yeah, so if you want to just be a fool, be a fool. But if you look into the stuff, you're going to realize it. So once you see it, you can't unsee it. It's up to you. You want to see it? See it. If not, just laugh about it. We're all dumb. Who cares? We're all dumb. Nobody knows anything. We're all stupid. Allegedly. I threw this in real quick because I watched this guy, Dre OG. He reacts. You should check him out if you really want to see something cool. Sometimes they're good, sometimes they're bad, like everything. You know, I'm not hitting nothing but home runs or grand slams every day myself. Anyway, cut to the story. I'm going to make it as long as possible so that way you can view it for as long as possible. Watch this.
You know what? That just gave me chills. One night I was in the backyard out here in Arizona, and I had that's why I stopped messing with those lasers. I told you I was going to do a live stream. I was going to put the lasers on the orbs. I stopped and I thought about it. I'm not putting the damn laser on the orbs because one night I put the laser beam on the orb stopped. It flashed a light at me and I felt some type of electricity or vibration go through my wrist and my whole arm. And it kind of zapped me a little bit and it kept going. It kind of lit up, went dim, and then it just kept moving. It acknowledged me or something.
Yeah, he's been talking about trying to get that stuff on video, and I know people been pointing lasers at him and messing with him, and you don't know what's up there. I wouldn't be doing that stuff. But yeah, so they fucked with him back. Yeah, word to the wise. I mean, do what you want.
Is that a red shoe on Ariana Grande's back? Why don't you have a red shoe on? You know, speaking of red shoes, why is it that all these prominent figures seem to like these red shoes so much? I mean, everybody from, what's his name, Ronald McDonald, to good old Tony Podesta and all his friends. They've all got on these little red shoes. Red shoes. What is so important about these red shoes, man? I mean, look, it's always the elite, even in movies. The man with one red shoe. Tom Hanks. Also, speaking of Tom Hanks. And speaking of Tom Hanks, man, y'all remember one of the last tweet? Look, check out his tweet right here. Historic Route 66. Roadkill? I hope not. Hanks. Now, he would always go around taking pictures, right, of all these little items that had gone missing. Kid's sock, washed ashore, lost ashore, and he tells where it's at. So that's just kind of strange to me. Here's another one. Let this be the final lost pacifier of 2019. See, as I was reading it, I was kind of like, because, dude, it just, that kind of stuff, man, do you not feel kind of weird seeing this right here? Eerie. Be honest with yourself.
If you look into Mr. Thanks, it gets a little awkward. Some of the stuff he talks about, like how he finds some things, it almost seems like he's bragging with the trophy. But yeah, I've heard stories about little children and stuff. That's allegedly. I mean, look into it yourself. Let's just say all of it. Nobody just tells a million freaking stories about you without 2 or 3 of them being right. If everybody says that you steal stuff, you probably steal some stuff. I'm just saying.
Nah, stop scrolling. You watched him pay for a kid's BBL? You should be in jail too. Don't you scroll, let me tell you what's happening. So Fat Joe, music producer, rapper, is being sued for $20 million by his old hype man, claiming that he sat and witnessed Fat Joe not only pay for BBLs for people who were under, you feel me, the limit, also claiming that he diddled them, paid for all her bills, her rent, would take her overseas, even moved her close by where him and his wife was, even thinking about leaving his wife for the said jit. The FBI need to pick this up. You watched him do what? And you want 20 mil for your mental? Bruh, if what you saying is true, you need to be in jail with him. You willingly sat there and watched him pay for BBLs, for jits. You watched him diddle jits. You participated in the diddling. This is what I'm saying. All this civil suit stuff without reporting stuff to the cops is crazy. Because if you went to police and you admitted this, bro, I swear you'd be in jail too. Like, how is everybody just skipping past this man admitted that he watched these things and never said nothing? Participated? Crazy work.
I gotta say this so it's very clear because I can't stand all these people that do this. If you watched it and you were there, you were a part of it. Stop saying, oh, they're horrible, they're monsters. I watched them do this, I watched them do that, and you didn't do nothing. You were a part of it. Be clear. You are scum like them. That's it.
The NYPD now investigating two of its own in a shocking Soho crypto kidnapping and torture case.
That's right. The two detectives, including one of Mayor Eric Adams' security detail, now under investigation. Good Day's Haley Fixler joins us this morning with some new information. Haley, good morning.
Good morning, Dan. Rosanna. Yeah, we know that two NYPD detectives allegedly worked security at the townhouse where the Italian victim was kept hostage. They are now on modified duty. So that means they've been stripped of their guns and their badges. This is what Mayor Eric Adams tells us.
This is being investigated, and we'll find out exactly what happened. I have security personnel, and we don't know what they do in their private lives. It has nothing to do with their professional capacity to make sure that I'm safe while I move around the city.
Now, cops are allowed to work side jobs when they're off duty, but there is a strict vetting process to ensure that there is no conflict of interest. Right now, there is nothing to suggest that the two detectives were involved in criminal activity. However, sources tell us one of the detectives picked up the alleged victim at the airport and then brought him to the Soho townhouse. Meanwhile, two crypto investors, John Waltz and William Duplessis, they are now charged with kidnapping, assault, unlawful imprisonment, and criminal possession of a firearm. Officials say they held the alleged victim for weeks. The victim told investigators the two men used a saw to cut his leg. They hung him over a ledge and threatened to kill him if he did not give up his Bitcoin password.
I saw this and wanted to add it because in the last episode I talked about how he ran out and got away. Yeah, if the cops allegedly took you there and dealt with it and did all that, they were a part of it. Like, they could try to weasel their way out and use their connections and say whatever they want, but I hope they get charged for it like any one of us would. If we commit a crime, we go to jail. They should be held to the same standards as everyone else.
Holy it's stuck. Is the scalp still there? Open it up. Oh, no. What is that?
I think it's the hair roots.
What is that?
It's like a nest.
It is a nest. Hold on, hold it. Oh, good God. Something made its... Look. Those are maggots. What the...
That's why they like that.
Like, this is like...
What is it? What does it feel like?
Crunchy.
Describe it.
What is that? There's a nest of bugs.
They're nests. There's bugs inside. Look at them inside.
Look on my hand.
Crack one open. No, you know what this is? These are flesh-eating bugs. That is a nest. See? It's a nest of maggots. Holy.
Oh, that's nasty. Who wear that? Who used to wear that? Did they die wearing that? That's what it was. They died wearing that. That's what happened. Allegedly, but that's what happened. I just want to fully creep you out. In case you're eating. You eating? Got some leftovers going? You didn't even invite me, huh? That's messed up. I got pie if you want to come over. Are you hot? You don't have to lie. If you're hot, like from the face up, I could work with that. Maybe? How would that work? I'll figure it out. Just come on over. I'll figure it out.
We're looking at Oscar, the first human modular prototype that is able to live in various setups. Connect the brain to the heart module to activate the blood circulation. Now, the lung is going to start breathing. You can see both organs are now collaborating. I can add a kidney module. And if I add a limb module, I start actuating the organism to move. Now it's looking for the optimal temperature, which is 37 degrees. If I add another limb, Oscar will recognize it and beneficiate from new possibilities.
that video goes on further, but I was afraid they wouldn't let me show all of it anyway. He adds a lot to it, and it starts moving around like really good. Actually, it's very frightening, and it makes me think Frankenstein was real. I want to say that's a documentary, and she just saw somebody do it, and that's what happened. I mean, look at that. That's Frankenstein. Monster. Monster. Don't leave it in the comments. Leave it in the comments. I need some comments. Monster.
There's no video of President Trump sucking a ding-dong. And so what if there was? That's a lot better than World War III, Owen. I never sucked any ding-dongs. But I'll tell you, if they were going to blackmail me to start World War III about one, I'd say, hey, I sucked a golf ball through a freaking...
Everybody thought he was crazy. Yeah, it turns out he's like a 99% right now right. He could be psychic as right as he was. Gay frogs, gay frogs. Yeah, them frogs are gay. Whatever he says from now on, I'm going to have to believe him. I got to believe him.
I'm not trying to get banned here, but this story
ain't nobody trying to get banned
right now is being pushed on Twitter. A direct correlating evidence with Jeffrey Epstein and, Bitcoin, allegedly. If this is true, Bitcoin will go to zero. Newly surfaced emails reveal that Jeffrey Epstein's money helped fund early Bitcoin core development, according to The Ring. And who remembers this guy, Dan Pena, and what he said if you only knew who created it?
If you knew who owned Bitcoin or who started Bitcoin, you had Bitcoin, you couldn't sleep at night. I know. 100%. And when the real founder of Bitcoin comes out, it is my humble opinion, and there's nothing humble about me, Bitcoin will go to fucking zero.
Now, who the hell would say that? Like, why wouldn't you tell the people? If he knows, which I didn't know if he knew at that time, but now we're starting to get this evidence. Let's go with what we do know. The founder of Bitcoin was none other than Satoshi Nakamoto. And when you break down that, it translates to what? A certain three-letter agency that starts with a C and ends with an A. And isn't it funny that Jeffrey Epstein, who's also had direct links to who, I can't say on here, but it starts with an M and ends with a D and is the state that is not real's version of the agency that starts with a C and ends with an A. So I find that, but we all know what Bitcoin was originally used for. Trafficking, whether you know it or not. Trafficking of what? Y'all remember Silk Road, right? Hey, like Silk Road? If you Google Silk Road, because there's an actual historical relevance to Silk Road, the Silk Road was a historic network of connecting trade routes from east to west, named for the lucrative Chinese silk trade it facilitated. Now, what is the most profitable trafficked thing in this world? And I can't say on here because, again, you'll get banned, and I'm not trying to get banned. But
here, I'll say it for you. Children. He's talking about children. TikTok, I can't stand how they're just banning people. I wish people could just speak freely because it's getting annoying.
Y'all know the answer. And it's one of the major fights I fight up against on here, and have been banned many times on here, fighting it. So use your cognitive dissonance and tell me, do you believe this? Because if this is true, Bitcoin will go to fucking zero.
Yeah, I remember when he said that. I was wondering. I mean, I was like, Hitler's one who made that? How's that possible? But yeah, I could say the Moo who take a side, but then they would ban this, and then I might get it to the neck and then fall down and start twitching. So yeah, I don't know who that was. It's not from another foreign country that we just give billions of dollars of aid to. I don't know what that's about. I don't know.
Large working city operating deep underground as we go about our lives on the surface above. It's real, and it's right here in the United States.
Subtropolis. Decades ago, limestone was mined here for concrete and asphalt. What's left is space. A lot of space.
Okay, so what's down here right now? We have 6 million square feet of buildings leased.
to 55 companies. There's 1,700 employees that run around here and go to work every day.
It's a massive industrial park, all underground.
Do you ever worry, like the world could come to an end upstairs, and you guys would just be down here safe, toiling away, right? I feel like Fort Knox there.
Security is a big selling point. Subtropolis is basically disaster-proof. Another selling point, Subtropolis is always 65 degrees. Always. What better place, then, to put a room full of computer servers? There's a lot of cool stuff in Subtropolis, especially in a company called Underground Vaults and Storage.
What are you going to show us? We're going to show you Hollywood right behind these doors.
Inside, aisle upon aisle of TV and movie treasures sent here by the studios for safekeeping. From the National Archives to food distributor Paris Brothers, the occupants of Subtropolis praise the predictability of doing business in a place where the sun never shines nor sets.
Yeah, it's ideal conditions, so I could see why they would do it. I mean, I don't really see too much weird under there. I don't know. Cheyenne Mountain has weirder stuff underneath than that. I've heard those from like Colorado to New York and back. I don't know. But a lot of people have been having videos with weird sounds. They're like, what is that? Is that the trumpets going? No, that's underground digging, bro. Underground.
Version of a social credit system.
Oh, yes, definitely. That's
And that it will-
highly probable.
And that it will be accepted by many people because, again, that
They won't even
yearning
notice.
for safety.
They won't notice it. Yeah. You can't believe how much people don't know these things. When I went to the UK, I talked to some people from the House of Lords. This is within the last 6 months. The most astute of the people sitting in the House of Lords had only become aware of the woke movement in the last 18 months. Oh, yes. You just can't believe how much this is not on people's radar. Not someone like you can't believe that at all because it's on your radar all the time. That's not, you live in a world that's on the cutting edge of this sort of thing. It's like, people have no idea. It's like, well, why not have a digital passport? I mean, how convenient. It's like, fair enough, and you can understand that. Wouldn't it be nice if we could pay for everything with our phones? It's like, wouldn't it be nice if the central government, who's woke-oriented and makes carbon dioxide remediation the priority, knows exactly what you spend on everything so they can target you tax-wise with precision? It's like, oh, didn't think about that. Yeah, you sure didn't. Oh yes, it's highly probable. It would be a miracle if we escaped from that. You can see these signs of this everywhere. You know, when you go through airports now, there's a lot of automated barriers. You show your passport. It's like, well, these are automated barriers. What if you can't go through them? Well, that's the situation for many people in China. It's like, what are you going to do? You're going to argue with the machine? Like, you just cannot imagine how screwed you are. It's way worse than anything Kafka ever imagined. Because at least with Kafka, there was bureaucrats. Faceless though they may have been, they were at least still human. Once the machines can lock you out, you are in such trouble.
Yeah.
And we're speeding towards that with an immense lack of
Nothing rolls out quickly. If you notice, the way they go about it is they give you a problem and then they give you the solution that they wanted to do in the first place. That's why you got the problem. But something like this, though, they're going to roll it out so slow that you're just going to kind of have to. I mean, what else are you going to do? Right now, pennies are gone. What are you going to do? There's nothing you can do about it. And if you by yourself are just like, oh my God, what do I do? Oh, you just talk crap and you don't do nothing about it. It's just going to keep snowballing unless we stop right now. Imagine our forefathers started something over tea and tax. So yeah. And by the way, Jordan Peterson isn't doing so well. Prayers out to him and his family. When I saw his daughter crying like that, it broke my heart. Some good people try to do good for the world, and oh man, I don't know. That's why I try to be the worst, horriblest person I could be. So they'll just leave me at it.
In 2016, a girl started up her computer and opened the Tor browser. Her plan was spine-chilling, yet simple. She was going to contract a hitman from the dark web. She was browsing for hours and finally stumbled across a site named Besa Mafia. They claimed to provide professionally trained hitmen in return for Bitcoin. On Valentine's Day, she sends an anonymous email to them using the username DogDayGod. In it, she discussed her intended victim, Amy Alwan. She told them, That bitch has torn my family apart by sleeping with my husband, who then left me, and is stealing clients from my business. She then sent a picture of Amy and completed the transaction by sending $6,000 in Bitcoin. The only problem was that the girl who was looking to contract the hitman, who went by the alias Dog Day God, was actually no girl at all. She was really Stephen Allwine, the husband of the intended victim. Stephen set up this elaborate backstory and posed as a jealous woman in an effort to conceal his identity, and for a while it worked perfectly. However, his plan would fall apart a few months later when an FBI agent knocked on their front door. He sat the couple down and stated that someone was trying to kill Amy. Apparently, an anonymous source on the dark web sent all of the Besa Mafia emails to the FBI. However, due to Stephen's elaborate planning, he wasn't considered a suspect at this time since the FBI believed it was actually a woman who attempted the hiring. So after this botched attempt at murdering his wife, Stephen could have quit and simply divorced her. However, he decided to take an alternate route. Roughly 10 months after Stephen emailed Besa Mafia, he called 911. He told them that his wife had shot herself and he needed help right away. But when the police arrived, they noticed several red flags. For example, Amy was holding the weapon in her left hand, even though she was right-handed. She also had no powder burns on her hands or head, and there were indications that the scene had been cleaned and repositioned before their arrival. In the end, physical and digital evidence proved that Stephen was behind everything, and he was convicted.
Let me just be very quick and simple on this. Unless you actually know hitmen and you're online trying to fish for one, it's the FBI, the CIA, some alphabet letter DE something, you're not going to find them, bro. Unless you go and ask somebody and then they're going to take a cut and pay somebody else to do it. And then they're going to take a cut and pay somebody else to do it. And it's going to happen like 6 more times. And then all of you are going to go to jail. And if you think that won't happen, that actually happened once.
What's wrong with our fruit? I ain't never seen no, heck no. I told y'all to eat little watermelons. That's not normal.
I gotta cut this one because I'm not gonna eat it. And I'm gotta see what it look like.
So was you just trying to get he did this to you, they out of it?
Smell normal. I'm not gonna eat it though, but it's like it's weird looking right there.
I got every type of fruit tree you could imagine, different nut tree, berries, I got bananas growing outside. I got everything you could imagine growing. And to be honest, some of them are grafted like 3 different trees in it, so maybe they're not the best. But I'm trying to make sure that, oh, wait a minute, aluminum and stuff, aluminum is sprayed in the air and the water's polluted. Crap. Seems like nothing we can do is going to save us, like we're actively trying to hurt ourselves. Almost as if there are people out there that don't get hurt by it, live for a very long time, and don't care what happens to us. That's weird.
White women harass black women by just existing. I said what I said.
If we offend them just by existing, then why try? Why try?
White women, your presence is harassing. Your smug look is harassing.
Did she think just because she had dreadlocks that nobody would realize that she was white? That was one of the whitest white women I ever saw, too. She's like, and then according to my knowledge, yeah. Why do I go to nerds when I think of what? I'm racist, damn it. But I'm half white, so I can be a little bit racist.
Here's that girl right here.
What is this?
This is just a girl. She doesn't hurt herself, but listen to what they say.
Just please.
Hold on.
I mean, we can make that happen. It's really simple. Just please, no. Okay, well, listen to us, babe. Come on. We're trying to help you out. I just want to be left alone and leave the I understand. But it's not that simple. Can I please just do that? You want to leave the server? I don't know if you ask. I think she's got to work for it.
Yep, definitely.
The fuck is that? Are you like dyslexic or something? Holy shit.
I'm looking in the camera to do it.
Dude, you're stupid. Hey, can you hear us? Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hey, what's up? Yeah, I'm 27 years old, by the way. I want your daughter to do stuff for me.
Okay, that's fine. I'll report you to the police.
Oh, I'm sure you will, fatty. Can you leave the room, though? I'm busy talking with your daughter. I just saw her tits. She's like 16, I'm 27. Make her lift up her shirt.
I will be reporting you to the police.
You think it would end here, right? Watch what happens. The girl's back. The dad gives her the computer back.
What?
Yeah, watch. Watch. See? She's back. And he ends it with, do you want to die tonight? But the dad gives that girl the access to the internet after he just saw and heard, not even her hurting herself,
What
but
the
them threatening
fuck?
her. That's a bad parent, in my opinion.
That is crazy to me. She's obviously like getting blackmailed by these people, and the dad threatens her. That's insane to me.
And then this one that you're not going to see. Oh yeah, this is the hamster situation.
Hello.
Oh gosh, no, that's not it. Sorry. Trying to find.
I think this dude's a
This
hacker.
one, this girl's
Isn't
just
this the
cutting her
hacker guy?
ponytail, but it's very sad.
Get your hair? It's chopping time.
And all of these are different people, by the way.
Okay.
These are all in the cult.
Yes.
Cut all of your ponytail off right now. Yeah.
Can I cut this much?
No. All of the ponytail.
I'm not cutting the entire ponytail, dude. I will cut this much.
Okay. Let's press send.
I'll press send. He said, do you hear that?
Okay, is there anything else I could do? Like a fan sign or something?
That was horrible on so many levels. As a father, why would you give it back to your daughter? And then on top of that, women, please don't let a man bully you into doing anything. If you say no, and it's no, and he tries like 10 more times and you still say no, I'm just kidding. I have never done that. Make him stop. Be dead serious though. Look him in his eyes and be like, no, it's not gonna happen. Please just stop. Because otherwise he's probably gonna press a little bit more, and it's not trying to be a jerk or anything like that. But I mean, yeah. And that right now online, like, he's not even around. He's not even there. Like, what does it matter? I don't know. I guess unless he had some photos there, I don't know. Maybe don't take photos. I don't know. It was all bad. It made me sad.
Slaves who escaped would throw fried balls of cornmeal to distract the dogs who were following them. Later, these balls of cornmeal would be known as hush puppies. Carnival games used to be targeted at adults, not children, and the prize was a cigar. So when the adult wouldn't win the prize, he was close, but no cigar. During negotiations, men used to bury all of the weapons. So to keep conflict from arising and to keep things friendly, you would bury the hatchet. Soldiers who had frozen feet were not allowed to rush into battle, thus the term cold feet. In Thailand, white elephants were considered to be sacred, but also were given as gifts as a subtle form of punishment. Because white elephants were so hard to take care of, they would put you in financial ruin. Now, when you're given a gift that you don't really want, it's considered a white elephant. In the 18th century, the most important political figures wore large wigs. Now, when someone is in a high position of power, they're known as bigwigs. There's an old law that states that if you butchered an animal that didn't belong to you, but you were caught without blood on your hand, you wouldn't be punished, because you had to be caught red-handed. During medieval times, whenever a host would be ready for a dinner party to end, he would give his guests a piece of cold meat. This was a polite way of asking everyone to leave. Thus the term, giving them the cold shoulder.
Everybody be getting white elephants for me. I'd be that petty guy. Not only that, but I'd be like, sir, my feet are cold. How cold are they? They're like freezing cold. Let me see it. Unless they're blue, I ain't doing it. I come back with a spray paint on my feet. I'll do something. I'll figure it out. Accidentally lose a toe. I can't go to war, sir. Oh, I don't want to die today. I mean, I'm not scared. I'm not feeling well. That'd be me. I'm stupid like that. so cold. Oh. Anyway, just to leave on a high note, that's it. I want to go eat some turkey now. Tired of filming, recording, whatever the hell I'm doing, looking at this and trying not to laugh. Anyway, all right, get the hell out of here. I'll watch another video. I don't care. I'm not actually here with you right now, you weirdo. If you feel somebody tugging on you, it's not me. If somebody's massaging your feet, loving you, appreciating you, you wish it was me.